G'day guys, I decided to do something different today that's pretty ordinary for other MMA channels. I'm going to give my predictions for UFC on ABC5, Topuria versus Emmett. I'm only going to be giving my predictions for the main card though, because the main card starts at 5 in the morning and the prelims start at 1:30 in the morning, so there's no way I'm going to be watching those. I might be a dedicated fan, but I'm not that dedicated. I'm getting at least a few hours sleep. I've never actually seen the prelims on that early before. I've seen them on at like 3 in the morning before with Tuivasa versus Gun, but never 1:30 in the morning. It's cards like these that make me feel bad for the European fans, because I only have to do this like 3 times a year, where the European fans have to get up early all the time. But anyways, enough of that. Let's get into the main card. On the first fight of the card, we have Bruno Silva versus Brendan Allen. I've got Brendan Allen by decision. We know where both these guys want this fight to take place. Bruno Silva, he wants that to take place on the feet so he can try to get a knockout, and Brendan Allen wants to take it to the ground. And judging by Bruno Silva's last fights, where, he got subbed by fucking Gerald Meerschaert of all people, I'm pretty confident that Brendan Allen will win this fight. The next fight, we have David Onama versus Gabriel Santos. I've got David Onama by second round knockout. I think Onama has the power advantage on the inside, and I think overall his boxing is better, and he'll probably just find the kill shot. Even though Gabriel Santos is a good striker, and he did put on a good showing regardless of if he lost in his last fight, I think David Onama will just get it done. The next fight is between Cody Brundage and Cedricus Dumas, and both of these fighters are absolute dog shit, let's be honest. I don't know how either of these fighters have a UFC contract. They are both absolutely terrible. I'm surprised that Brundage even has a couple of wins in the UFC. And Dumas is just straight up not UFC level. He looks like he should be making SoundCloud albums, judging by his tattoos and his fucking hair. But I think Brundage is less shit out of the two, so I think Brundage will win by first round knockout because he's a better striker, he's a better grappler. Dumas just isn't UFC level and he's not well-rounded at all. I think Cody's just going to run through him. Now I'm looking on verdict and I don't see Brundage on that fight at all. Now I'm just really confused. Is Brundage actually fighting him? Did Google make an error when I looked at it on Google? Now I'm just really confused. Hold on. Alright, well, I looked up his UFC stats and it says he's fighting him, so fucking hopefully he is. If not, oh well, that prediction's in there. The next fight, we have Amanda Ribas versus Macy Barber, and this fight is honestly a coin flip. With WMMA, you just never know. And I tried to analyse these fighters, try to figure out who I actually think would win, but their fights are different every single time. They don't fight the same every fight. They did fight completely differently. Their style changes. Macy Barber will be very feint heavy in one fight, and then will clinch on the fence and throw no feints at all. And then Amanda Ribas is doing some weird feint shit. It's such a coin flip. I've got Amanda Ribas by decision, but if she loses, I wouldn't be surprised. But I wouldn't be surprised if Amanda Ribas wins either. It's such a coin flip in WMMA. And now I've got the main event with Josh Emmett and Ilia Topuria. Now, surprisingly on verdict, I'm pretty sure Josh Emmett is the underdog, which really surprises me and shows me how much people are actually sleeping on Emmett. I have Josh Emmett by decision, and my reason for that being, I think the rankings in those lower weight classes actually matter. There's a reason why Topuria is number 9 ranked and Emmett is like number 5. There's a legitimate reason for that. There's levels to the divisions in the lower weight classes. You can't slide in at number 9 and fight number 5 and expect to win. Those rankings exist for a reason. I think people are just riding that Topuria hype train. They're just on that hype train, but I think Emmett will win this fight. Both of them do have pretty much the same habit, so they have a habit of loading up on their shots. Emmett loads up on his overhands because he believes in his power, and Topuria will load up on body shots. And both of them are pretty hittable as well, and they're both explosive. But I think with Emmett, he has that power advantage, and that's what's going to make the difference. And also, with them both being hittable, Emmett's been hit by the top of the division. That's why he's hittable, because he's getting hit by the top guys. Topuria's been getting hit by unranked fighters. There's levels to the divisions in the lower weight classes. Maybe in the higher weight classes, number 5 can beat number 5 pretty handily, but it's just not how it works in those lower weight classes, at least most of the time. I think Emmett has a power advantage, and he also has the advantage of going to the decision more. He's been in 5-round fights. Topuria's went the distance once in his UFC career, so one could assume that Emmett is more conditioned to go that long. And there's no way Topuria is going to be able to take him down either. Topuria's been ragdolling guys that aren't ranked, but you're not going to ragdoll Emmett. It's just not as simple as that. If anything, Emmett's going to ragdoll him. Although I think Topuria is very good with chaining submissions, I think Emmett overall is just going to overpower him and he's going to get that decision win. Anyway, that was a fun video to make, and it's something different, so I hope he's enjoyed it, and hope he's enjoyed the fights on the weekend. See you later.